Stephen Speak, Extra Speak. A little more of everything and nothing. Don't forget to subscribe. Hello, welcome to Stephen Speak, Extra Speak. Wow, there's a slight delay on the old feedback that I'm getting through my headphones. That's quite off-putting. I may turn the... what's it called? I don't know. Anyway, that's a good start, isn't it? Yes, so today... how are you, by the way? How are you? Hope you're doing well. I'm recording this again from a hotel room because I'm still away on... I'm still away. What can I say? Still on my course. So this extra speak is from a hotel room. So again, hope it's not too shoddy with the old audio. Try my best for you. But today's extra speak is going back to music and such things, and it's about an artist, a composer, and I always get his name wrong, and I've literally just listened to it to see how it's said, and I'm still going to get it wrong, aren't I think? But let's see if Siri can help me out. Hang on. The power of technology compels you. But he's one of my favourite composers, if not my favourite composer. You know, even beating John Williams, beating John Williams. Hate not pronouncing things properly.
Michael Giacchino.
Michael Giacchino. I always want to say Giacchino or Giacchino or something like that, but there you go. That's how Siri says it. I presume that's right. Is Siri wrong? Is he ever wrong? She ever wrong?
Michael Giacchino.
Michael Giacchino. Okay, so brilliant artist, brilliant composer. Has done many soundtracks that you'll know about, and people don't realise, like Jurassic World, Dominion, Star Trek, the rebooted Star Treks. He's the most recent one. He's just done Thor, Love and Thunder. He's done the Up album, the most recent Batman film, the Lightyear film, the Buzz Lightyear film that's not long come out, Spider-Man. Yeah, an absolutely incredible composer. Rogue One, some Star Wars stuff, is in there. He's done video games like Medal of Honor. Yeah, numerous films. Absolutely brilliant composer. I think he did Lost as well as a TV show, I think. But it's absolutely fantastic composer. That myself and my mate Scott were lucky enough. We went down to see the Albert Hall in London. They do showings of films, and you can basically watch the film, and they play the music live. So the orchestral music's played live, and we went to see the first rebooted Star Trek film, the J.J. Abrams one, and that was a brilliant event. This is not what it's going to be about, this podcast, but I can't not tell you. But we got there, and we were super excited. And at the time, J.J. Abrams was still working on the first Star Wars film, and we got there, and we were super excited. We had reasonably good seats, and J.J. Abrams came out amazingly, and basically introduced the show, like introduced the film, and he literally said he'd come over from what's that really famous film set that they film all the Star Wars stuff in, and was it Pinewood? Is it Pinewood? I think I'm making a mistake there because I think it's somewhere else that's really famous. Elstree. He'd come over from there, and basically just to do this presentation was literally going straight back to the film set, and it was amazing. We were like, oh my god, it's J.J. Abrams, that's so cool. And then he introduced someone that was in the Star Trek film, and I think actually helped write the script. I'm not sure if he wrote the script on that one or it was the following ones, but bloody Simon Pegg came out, and I love Simon Pegg. He's just such a seems like such a down-to-earth guy, and just really, he's a nerd at the end of the day, isn't he? And he's a bit of a geek, and yeah, he's just a cool guy. So he came out, and he had a bit of a chat, and me and my mate Scott were just a bit in awe, really. And I can't remember if they introduced the composer at that point. Like, what's his name? Michael Giacchino. See, I've forgotten already. I'm absolutely useless. But I can't remember if they introduced him at that point that he was there. But anyway, he was there. And after the film, I mean, people left before the bloody film had finished. Like, you're listening to this brilliant music, and the end, for me, the end titles, and this is what this extra speaks about, the end titles for that Star Trek album is, for me, one of the best composed pieces of music. One, it's Star Trek. So, badass already. Like, legendary piece of music. Taking inspiration from the original and also the Jerry Goldsmith one, and just making it his own in my eyes. But the levels in that piece of music, in fact, I'm gonna have to listen to it when I finish doing this podcast. This is literally how much I love it. But the levels on it, you've got the nostalgia from the original theme, and then you've got this running, very tense string arrangement that goes pretty much all the way through, and it just builds and builds and builds and builds, and you get to this just insane crescendo. And like people say, like, like music that pumps you up and stuff like that. People would probably think of rock music or maybe some rap music that really pump you up. This piece of music, for me, pumps me up. If I'm in the car listening to it, like, I sometimes have to turn it off because it just envelops me, and it just the crescendo is just amazing. And then the main Star Trek theme comes back in that from the new film, and it goes to the crescendo, and it goes da 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 da, and it's just drums in the background, the strings. Oh, dude, it's ramping me up thinking about it. Yeah, amazing. When people left before they'd even seen that, and there was a choir on stage, doing like the original series kind of choir arrangement. It's just a fantastic piece of music, and I can't believe people were standing up leaving before it finished. Me and Scott couldn't believe it. And then lo and behold, Michael comes out on stage and gets a standing ovation from the people that are left, and he basically says, thank you so much, blah blah. And he says, but I've got a little surprise for you. I would like to play you a piece from the new Planet of the Apes film that's coming out. And I think it was the second one that was due to come out at the time, and it was a piece. It was like the title track from that film's album, and it was just fantastic. So we got to see him actually compose, conduct the orchestra. This brand new piece of music that had never been seen or heard before in public. And I don't even think the album or anything was out at the time. The film was meant to come out in a couple of months or something at the time. And yeah, it was just superb, absolutely superb. What a night, One night saw J.J. Abrams, Simon Pegg, and then the composer of this massively amazing composition. Like, for me, that end titles one is just the dogs. And I find in all of his music, he does have a theme. I find through his music that I feel he's very much about like softness and heaviness is all can describe really. If you listen to a lot of his songs, like there's always like a very melodic softness and string element, but then there's also this like big bass, drum, and crescendo. I mean, the Batman album that's just been released, the new Batman film. Well, say I think was it last year now? Was it still this year? It was out. I don't know. Time's gone weird. But that album's very much like big heavy drums, clonks, and chimes. And I'm not selling it very well, but again, it's a brilliant album. Quite dark in places, but also very quiet and melodic. And I feel like that's his theme. And the Inside Out album's just beautiful. That and Up as well. Up's just a beautiful album too. Yeah, just an absolutely superb composer, and I think that if you get the chance, go and listen to any of his stuff. And I don't think you'll be disappointed, to be honest. And read the titles of the tracks as well. He always has interesting names for his songs on his, or generally has interesting names of his songs, and the Batman album's no exception to that. Yeah, go and listen to him. Go to that time. Listen to the end titles for Star Trek. Right, I'm going. So take care of yourselves.
You've been listening to Stephen Speak, Extra Speak. Thanks for listening, and please subscribe.